What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode on the Crypto Wealthy channel, where we're going to discuss about Bitcoin price. We're going to check some news that consider the Bitcoin, and we're going to check some news about Libra coin, what is going on there. So as we're standing here on the trading view, we can see that we managed to break this level of support on the descending triangle, and we managed to consolidate here for 2 weeks already, because this is showing us that the bulls and bears are pretty strong and they are fighting for this level of support pretty hard. Why? Because this level of support is significant. If we manage to break down through this level of support, we're probably going to see some pump on the shorts, and they could pull us out to the potentially $6,500 level of support. But I also heard that many people, many analysts are actually waiting for the price of the $7,250, which, if we manage to break through that $7,600, I don't think that level of $7,200 is going to last. So another bearish indications here that could potentially mean is volume, actually mean a lot, because here on the Messari.io we could see the real Bitcoin volume on all exchanges, and it's not more than 200 million of dollars. So anyone who is in crypto pretty much long knows how small that amount of volume actually is, and it's very easy to manipulate this price of the Bitcoin, pretty much easy, with not too much a large amount of money or Bitcoins to sell. Another bearish indication here we can see on the 1 hour chart, and you can learn this also when you are trading. And if you are trading actually something, you cannot watch this as a bullish sign. Even so, we have some kind of a bullish flag over here. Why? Because whenever you have some kind of a drop and then a pump, you need to see what kind of a consolidation in price actually you have here. So we have pretty much weakness in this consolidation, which could potentially lead us to breaking downwards and making some this Bart-Simpson pattern. Why? Because when we had this kind of a pump, we saw the consolidation is weak and the volume is making it weak pretty much, and the bears are pushing the price down. So this is something that I'm afraid that when the price manages to test this level of support one more time, I don't think it's going to last, and we could see potentially lower prices. Now, another bearish signal that everybody is talking about, including Alessio Rastani, which I'm holding to his theory the most, is death cross to the SMAs. So as we can see here, 50 moving average and 200 moving average. So death cross is actually whenever they cross, it's a pretty much very bearish signal, and it's going to cause a big drop in price. While in this case scenario here, so after that pump that we had after bottoming out here, if that was the bottom actually, we had a golden cross. That means when the 50 moving average is going under the 200 moving average, and it's making the this is pretty much a little bit lagging indicator, so the price will probably show up a little bit earlier. So as we can see here, those two EMAs are actually coming closer, and we are going to see some kind of a death cross here, as everybody are talking about. But Alessio Rastani, his theory is whenever both of the EMAs are going downwards and then they are cross, then we could see potentially bearish signs. So this is not so much big sign to panic in the next few days that is going to happen. The moving average that I'm using the most is actually 20 moving average, which is considered pretty much a very useful and very good level of support and resistance for the Bitcoin in the past. So as we can see here, since we rally, for example, there are more examples also, but this is one of them. We could see here bounce, then we can see again a bounce and bounce. Here we went a little bit through, managed to went up and bounce up over again. Here also we had a bounce, here bounce. So you could see what I'm talking about. Everybody is using, which is very important, whichever indicators people are using the most, that indicator is the most useful. So coming back to the live, so coming back to the price where we are now, right, we could see here that this moving average is going to make us some kind of resistance here. Price probably is going to decline. It's not for sure, of course, but if we decline here, we're going to see retest of this level of support anytime soon. And it's probable, it's not certain, but it is probable that we could break this and see the lower prices. Why? Because we did test this level of support pretty much few times here, and as we all know, whenever we test the support too many times, it's becoming weaker and it's going to break eventually, and whether that is support or resistance. Now that was some kind of a bearish signs about the price and bearish possibilities. Now we could see on bullish side, I could show you here the MACD indicator that is showing us some kind of a bearish signs on the daily chart. Here we could see the cross here. So guys, whenever you have a cross on these moving averages, you could see some kind of a trend reversal in that area. So as we can see here, we had here a cross on the 18th of September, and on the 18th of September that cross actually pushed us downwards, and we saw this testing of level of support. So as we can see here, we are again seeing the cross on those two moving averages, and we could see that the trend is trying to pull us up on this level of resistance, and we're going to see in the future what could actually happen. So this is probably going to play out until the next week, and we could see the possibilities on the price, what could actually happen. But yes, this is probably a bullish sign, but is this actually enough? No, I don't think so. So why I don't think that this is going to be too much bullish? Because yes, this is just one, maybe we're going to find one more indicator that is going to show us some bullish sign, but that is not enough because we do not have new money in the space. We do not have enough volume, which that actually confirms the another, and we cannot see the reason why we could actually break all the way up. So even so, if we break this falling wedge, which is bullish pattern, as we talked about it in the last video, we need to break down all this level of resistance in order to see some higher highs, right? One more, the bullish indicator on the RSI, relative strength index, is showing us bullish divergence because the price is making here lower lows, while on RSI we can see that we have higher lows, and that could potentially indicate us to bounce from here to up and again retest this level of resistance and this moving average, which is very important, and see where are we heading. But as we can see here, this moving average is already acting like a kind of a resistance, magnet resistance, and pushing the price down. Now, one of the bearish signs that could actually lead us to even further down is the news. So on CNBC, crypto analysts suggests Bitcoin price will rally higher. So we can see here we have, I'm not going to read all of this, it's just too much, bearish and bullish scenario. But listen to me guys, here every time, as Alessio said, and whenever the news, whenever they're talking about price, if it's going to up, it's probably going to go down. Why? Because everybody are turned on, see the prices green, oh Bitcoin is mooning and everything like that. The probability is the price is going to fall down because enthusiasm overtook the market and greed is doing its job. As on the other side, if everybody are like Bitcoin is dead, Bitcoin is this, Bitcoin is that, the probability is Bitcoin is going to bounce from the level that is mentioning and potentially going higher. Another bearish sign Class action accuses Tether and Bitfinex of market manipulation. How many times did you read something like this? So listen to me, largest bubble in history. Bitfinex and the Tether are making this very hard for Bitcoin to surge. Why? Because they are pumping this Tether non-stop, and they are not backing it up with the real dollar, as we can see here in the chat, and they are probably not secured with the 100% of US dollar their Tether that they are printing, because the market believed the lie that 1 USDT equaled 1 US dollar. Bitfinex and Tether had the power to and did manipulate the market on an unprecedented scale, profit from boom and bust cycle they created. So as you can see here, they are doing this to buy more Bitcoins all over again, the same situation, making the bubble even worse. Now, as we can skip that part, we can see here update. PayPal officially pulls out of Libra association. We remain supportive of Libra's aspirations and look forward to continue dialogue on ways to work together in the future. Facebook has been a long-standing and valued strategic partner to PayPal, and we will continue to partner with and support Facebook in various capacities. So we could see here that the PayPal was already before actual announcement very skeptical about Libra, even so they managed to be partnered with them. They pulled themselves out because they don't want to be in this so much trouble, which is pretty much right and okay for me. I would do the same probably if I'm on their places. It doesn't seem that there was a lot of pre-work done with regulators. Yeah, as I said, this was the problem. Payments companies don't want that to bleed into their businesses. Yeah, nobody wants to have problems with the governments, and that's why they pulled themselves out. But if the Libra managed to have some kind of a regulations and some kind of a friendship with the government on this scale, they are probably going to support them and come back into partnership all over again. I'm not saying this is going to destroy Libra, of course not, from not launching, but yeah, it's going to postpone some stuff. And more of them and more proof that Libra is going to wait with the launch a little bit. Ripple CEO of Facebook's Libra will not launch before 2023 year. I would bet that Libra, let's say by the end of 2022, I think Libra will not have launched. So as you can see, everybody are against Libra, which is okay, and I'm against the corporation to have some kind of action with the issuing money, because that's not their business and purpose in this world, as we can confirm that with here very skeptical German finance minister opposes Facebook's Libra. Payment system like that would be good for Europe as a financial center and its integration into the world financial system. Germany's finance minister Olaf Scholz sees uses for an electronic version of the euro, but believes Facebook should stay away from money issuance. As I said to you guys, this thing should do governments, not corporation, and Libra could easily manipulate with the Bitcoin price, with the people, with the emotions of the people. Why? Because I read few days ago on the news that the Facebook could control pretty much big volume of banks, and banks are also in America scared from Libra, and they're doing everything in their power to stop this issuance of this money, because the dollar will lose its volume, and that's not good. Even so, we have a lot of problems with the printing money. This is just going to be like cherry on the cake. And ending up here, a core element of national sovereignty is currency issuance. We would not leave that to private businesses. So as you can see, guys, the power of government is printing money. So it's not money itself, especially before when we had a gold standard. Why? Because the dollar was backed by gold, and you just couldn't print more money because you don't have enough gold. But in this case, as every single country actually went out through that age and came into this paper money age, we could see this is the only the power of the governments, and they will not for sure give this to Libra, at least not easy as the Facebook thought it will, but we will see. This is very interesting. We are posting this on Instagram. You have daily news and the memes and stuff like that on our Instagram page. Make sure to follow us there, read some news, get into discussion. We're going to make some videos about this. This is very interesting. I like to follow this kind of news, so we will see what is going to happen. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. Much appreciated if you watched this video to the end. And until the next video, bye bye.